Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. We came here on the book summary 42nd and we are in the Q2. In this Q2, we set the target of completing 40 books in the 90 days. On this journey, we came here on the number 42, and the name of the book that we have today is Unfu Yourself, written by Gary John Bishop. Here comes the key lessons will be spoken by Sony, and we will discuss together on the mind map at the end of the session. Over to you, Sony. Go ahead.
Thank you, Akhil. Hi, everyone. So today we are going to go through Unfuck Yourself. It was written in 2017, and what does it say? Unfuck Yourself lays out an unpleasant truth. There's only one thing that's getting in the way of your best life, and that's you. It provides a set of nonsense strategies designed to help you get out of your head, get out of your way, and begin living life on your own terms. So strategies for overcoming your own worst enemy is you. Out of everyone in life who you spend the most time talking to, the person you talk to most is yourself. You have approximately 50,000 thoughts a day, and a lot of those thoughts occur within the context of self-talk. That's right. You are in a constant dialogue with yourself, whether you're examining yourself in the mirror, working up the courage to talk to a stranger, or second guessing the contents of an important email. Now it is possible that those conversations you have with yourself are uniformly supportive, encouraging, and rational. But sometimes, even a lot of time, the voices in your head are negative, undermining, panic-inducing, that those voices are holding you back from living the life you truly want to live. Changing the way you talk to yourself can change everything. This sets out 5 radical assertions designed to help you make that change and make it stick. So the key idea number 1 is you live the life you choose for yourself. Be honest with yourself. There are parts of your life that you find unsatisfactory. You face big problems, a job that feels like it's going nowhere, for instance, and you deal with minor irritations. Perhaps your partner doesn't pull their weight with houseworks. Of course, you didn't choose to get stuck in a dead-end job or fall in love with a man who's apparently allergic to washing the dishes, or did you? If you're willing to put up with unsatisfactory circumstances, then you are effectively choosing to live with them. So here's a question for you. Are you willing to change what's dragging you down?
Yes.
Great. You might be tempted to say something like, of course, I am willing to quit, but the job market right now is whatever. Stop right there. You are not really willing to make that change yet. As soon as the word but creeps in, you start justifying your choice not to change your life for the better. Willingness is a hard state to access. It's often easier to get comfortable with life's negatives than to do the work required to change them. But once you access it, you will find it's a powerful force. As the political strategist Niccolo Machiavelli said, where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Do you resonate with this? Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great, right? So how do you invite willingness into your life? Being by getting real. What's one thing you want to change in your life but haven't been able to? Why haven't you done something about it? Perhaps you're too busy or too tired or you are not quite ready yet, or it's actually really complicated. The list goes on forever, but there is really only one reason you haven't made the change, and it's you. You haven't been willing to do the work to make things better. But don't get depressed or down on yourself. It's liberating to realize that you are creating a life you don't want for yourself, because that means that you are equally capable of manifesting a life you do want. Yes, once you have accepted the crazy amount of power you have over your life, you simply need the willingness to use that power to make the necessary changes. So here's the first assertion that will rewire your negative self-talk. I am willing. Please say along. I am willing. Are you willing to change your job? Yes, I am willing. Are you willing to improve your relationship? Yes, I am willing. Are you willing to hit the gym, move to the new city, put your work out there, and things can scare you? Still, go ahead and say, I am willing. Have that desire and a commitment. And there is a little trick. If you're feeling daunted by the big change ahead, flip the script. Focus instead of things that you're no longer willing to put up with. It can feel like a lot to promise yourself that you'll hand in your notice and your steady job and make the leap into a new role. So ask yourself this: are you willing to spend your life doing work that doesn't fulfill you, or people who don't appreciate your efforts? You know how to answer that. Simply, I am willing. Being
I'm
willing isn't a
unwilling.
magic word.
You should say I'm unwilling if that is spending life on only work. You should not say like I'm willing. It is like I'm unwilling.
Yeah. So that's I am unwilling. Great, you're being attentive, Akhil. Being willing isn't a magic word. It won't make change happen. Change happens through work, persistence, and sacrifice. But the state of willingness is what sets the stage so all that can happen. Let's go to key idea two. If you really want to win and change the game, guess what? You're a winner. You may not feel like a winner. You may wish you earn more and more money, that you weren't single, but you're winning at your own life. Let's look at the example of Jack. He wants more than anything to find lasting love. After some failed relationship, some nasty breakups, Jack starts to wonder if he's destined to be perpetually single. He thinks back on the past loves and painful childhood memories, dreading up every instance where he felt unlovable. Then he meets someone great. It's not long before Jack and his partner are exchanging those three little words, I love you. But then things start to fall apart, as they always do for Jack. Minor irritation turns to full blown fights. The romantic spark evaporates and he walks away from yet another relationship. Jack feels like anything but a winner, except he has won. He's won at proving to himself that he's unlovable. Do you see what's happening here? We all have beliefs that hold us back. I'm not lovable, or I'm not very smart, or I'm bad with finances. We don't want these beliefs to define our lives, but we are hardwired to prove them right. How can you let go of these negative beliefs? being by identifying them. Many of us aren't even aware of the belief that we are proving to ourselves time and again because they are buried so deep in our subconscious. Identify the problem areas in your life. Where do you feel stuck in a cycle you can't escape? See if you can unearth the win that's happening there. What belief are you proving to yourself through your behavior? Now, here's the hard part. To overcome that belief, you have to prove it wrong. Let's say you believe you are a chronic procrastinator. Every time you scroll through social media instead of working, you prove that believe to yourself to prove yourself wrong. You have to stop procrastinating. You know what you need to do. Get organized, take charge of your time, cultivate discipline. But first, you need to silence your inner saboteur. Crowd out that unhelpful belief by filling your mind with positive, constructive thoughts. Especially visualize in detail how you will overcome your negative beliefs. Make a game plan. What will you do when you feel the urge to procrastinate? List the techniques you will use to overcome that urge. Installing an internet blocker, or for example, or allowing yourself a reward for every 90 minutes of focused work. And don't stop there. Imagine how good you will feel when you swap procrastination for productivity. List the project you'll finish. Make a plan for the fun things you will do when you are not wasting hours upon hours avoiding work. Project a future version of yourself who has overcome the tendency to procrastinate. How do they feel? What have they accomplished? The more you fill your mind with positive, proactive thoughts about how you will overcome your negative beliefs, the less room you give that belief. And whenever you feel those old negative beliefs creeping back in, remember this assertion: I am wired to win. What? I am wired to win. Yes. Get it in your system. Say it as if you are actually meaning it and rewiring it. And say it with a deep intention. I am
Wow.
rewired to win. I am wired to win. Just make sure the game you are winning is the one you really want to play. Just play to win. Here, let's move on to key idea 3. Got a tough problem? Get some perspective. The bad news is no matter how positive your mindset, life is still going on to throw some heavy shit at you. Relationships will break, people will die. You will have to deal with trauma, health problems, financial setbacks, and more. Positive thinking won't protect you from any of it. But there is the good news: when life happens, your mindset can powerfully frame your response. Yes, with a negative mindset, one problem can be enough to blow your entire life off course. Stress from financial crisis, for instance, can seep into other areas of your life. You will find yourself snapping at your partner over that what should be a pleasant dinner and underperforming at work. Soon you will catch yourself thinking things like, my life is so hard and I can't catch a break. Cultivating a positive mindset, on the other hand, lets you deal with your challenges without sliding into depression and hopelessness. So next time you're facing down one of the life's big problems, here's your assertion. Say, I got this. Say, I got this.
I got this.
And when you say I got this, doesn't mean that you don't feel bad. It's not encouraging you to minimize the pain you're feeling. It's a reminder that you're stronger enough to deal with even the toughest challenge. Of course, it's one thing to tell yourself, you have got this. It's another thing to believe in it. Here is a creative visualization exercise designed to take you from saying, I got this, to knowing you have got it. You're standing in the middle of a rail track. Behind you, the tracks stretch off into the distance. In front of you, they disappear into the horizon. The tracks are your life, with your past stretching behind you and your future lying ahead. Let's travel back down the tracks. As you travel, remember some of your best, most meaningful memories. The first kiss with someone you loved, an amazing vacation you took, the day you landed your dream job. Go all the way back to your childhood. Remember winning that race at elementary school or climbing trees with your best friend. Repeat this exercise, but this time focus on your worst memories. All the times you experienced pain and disappointment, the failed exams, the hospital stays, the arguments, the time your bank account was in overdraft. Now focus on where you are standing. Think of all the things you have gone through, good and bad. Look forward to the future. Those tracks stretch out a long way, don't they? There is so much potential for more life, the good and the bad. They are all be trial and tribulations, but also new experience. Maybe you'll hold your newborn child in your arms, travel to a destination you have always dreamed of, met someone who makes your heart sing. The point is, you have already overcome so many problems. A lot of them may have felt insurmountable and stressful at the time, but now you struggle to remember why. You will overcome these problems too. Soon it will be a distant stop on the railroad tracks of your life, and you will be dealing with new challenges and experiencing new joys. Applying a dose of perspective is a great way to remind yourself of all the obstacles you have already overcome. You have got this. You have handled tough before. You can handle it now. You see, there is so much of possibility ahead. So let's tap into that. And with that, let's move on to key idea 4. Make friends with uncertainty. Odds are you are addicted. Every time you check the weather forecast, read about trends in the stock market, or pursue election polls, you are trying to satisfy a craving. Your drug of choice, that is certainty. Put simply, we like knowing what's going to happen next. But here is why you need to quit certainty cold turkey. Certainty is the enemy of new. Think about it. Nothing new ever happens without a degree of uncertainty. Whether you're putting up yourself out there to make new friends or taking a risk at work to reach new professional heights, you invite uncertainty in. You don't know how your boss will respond to your so wacky, it's just might work idea. And If your fear of uncertainty outweighs your desire to pitch a brilliant idea, you will never know. A life without uncertainty is stagnant. If you want to orient your life towards opportunities, possibilities, and growth, start with this assertion: I embrace the uncertainty. Yes, take a moment and say it as you mean it. I embrace the uncertainty. Feel it, be in it. I embrace the uncertainty. And let's go deeper. What's stopping you from embracing uncertainty? Many people are uncertainty averse because they want to avoid situations that open up to judgment. We don't want people to think we are awkward or weird or a failure. But that's life. People won't always applaud you for taking a risk, and your courage won't always be rewarded. Still craving a hit of certainty. You are craving something that doesn't exist. We live in a chaotic universe. You can do everything in your power to avoid uncertainty, then walk out your door one day and get crushed by a falling piano. Certainty is an illusion, a meaningless security blanket. Uncertainty, not certainty, is guaranteed. So you might as well get cozy with it. And really, why won't you want to get better acquainted with uncertainty? It's a pretty amazing place, though it has its pitfalls. All your wildest dreams and best experiences are waiting there for you. Don't let fear stop you from discovering them. Let's move on to key idea 5. Thoughts don't define you, actions do. Changing your thinking is the most important thing you can do to bring about changes in your life, right? Well, here is something that contradicts that. Thoughts aren't important, actions are. Let's unpack that a little. The reason you should change your thinking is that adopting a practice of positive self-talk will motivate you to translate those positive thoughts into positive actions. But even consistently positive, supportive, pragmatic, and resilient self-talk will not eliminate thoughts grounded in fear and doubt from your mind. Those thoughts will always creep in. And some days when things feel especially dark, none of the assertions that you have already discussed will work to hold those thoughts at bay. So what should you do? It's simple. Ignore your thoughts and act anyway. At the very start, you have overcome 50,000 thoughts a day. Trying to control them all would be an exercise in futility. Sometimes you will struggle to think positively, and that's okay. You don't need to feel positive. You just need to act as if you do. Let's say you are asked to present at an important conference. It's a huge opportunity for you, but negative thoughts immediately start creeping in. You hate public speaking. You don't have time to pull together a paper. You will look inept compared to others. More experienced presenters. It's okay. You try and reframe those negative thoughts using positive self-talk, but it's just not working. What do? Decline the invitation? No, you sit with all those confidence eroding thoughts and then you stand up and give the presentation anyway. Act in spite of negative thoughts will achieve a new things. First, acting like you are confident even when you aren't can perform a weirded magic trick on your brain. It can make you think and feel more confident than you were before. Most times, you think positively in order to start acting positively. But sometimes you need to act positively before you can start thinking positively. Second, once you are engaged in acting out a task, you have less brain space to sit with negative thoughts. Yes, simply doing the things you think you don't want to do can distract you from thinking you don't want to do it. So act positively. Don't give space for negative thoughts at all. Third, it's highly likely that once you start doing the thing you were avoiding, it won't be as bad as you feared. And this sends positive feedback to your brain. If you give that conference presentation and no one laughs in your face and your pants don't fall down in the middle of it, well, that's not just a win on the day. It's a win for the future too, because next time you're asked to stand up and talk in public, your brain will remember that actually it didn't go too badly last time. So here is your final assertion. I am not my thoughts. I am what I do. Think of those moments which you are waiting to take action and you are being held by your thoughts, and think of it and make an assertion. I am not my thoughts. I am what I do, and get onto it. Repeat and let's look at to final thing that someone is holding you back from living the life you want, and someone is you. Your negative self-talk and self-critical beliefs are dragging you down. Using powerful positive assertion can help you change the way you think and change your life. So these 5 assertions, always keep it handy with you and go ahead, win the world for yourself.
Great.
Super, Sonny.
Thank you so much, Sony and Ravikran. Today, I am going to share all the lessons that I learned from Sony as well as from my lessons that I have taken down on the mind map. Let me share my screen. I'm going to take 5 to 10 minutes more. Please bear with me. And let me share my mind map. Do let me know if my mind map is visible or not.
Yes, visible.
Great. So here are the things that I want to share. 5 radical assertions that we learned from this book. Key lessons, positive assertions, where we need to speak out to ourselves. 3 outcomes of doing this, and keynotes, quotations, and action steps. Let us do one by one. What are the 5 radical assertions we have gone through? These are the 5. You live the life you choose for yourself. You live the life you choose for yourself. If you really want to win, change the game. If you really want to win, change the game. And if you got a tough problem, get some perspective of your own. And 4th lesson is make friends with uncertainty. And the 5th most important lesson that we need to take from this book is thoughts don't define you. Your actions define you. Remember the powerful lesson? Thoughts don't define you. Your actions define you. So these are the 5 lessons that we learned in this book. Let us see the key lessons. You have to be determined to win, no matter the odds, no matter the obstacles, challenges stacked against you. Willingness is a state that enables you to engage with life and see a situation from a new perspective or a new angle. As Sony says that you are wired to win. Yes, you have wired to win, and you rewired to win, and you got this. Embrace your certain uncertainties. And yeah, as we already see, you are not your thoughts, you are what you do, and so stand relentless on it. Doing something is the quickest way to change your thoughts about it. Expect nothing, accept everything, and live a spectacular life. Let us see the positive assertions that we have seen in the journey of book summary. These are the 5 assertions I have noted down. First, we have seen I am willing. I am willing is the first assertion we have seen in the journey. Second assertion is I am wired to win as well as I am rewired to win. Third thing is I got this is the third assertion. Fourth assertion is I am not my thoughts, I am what I do. Fifth one is I embrace the uncertainties. So by doing these positive of our assertions, what you are going to get? 3 outcomes we have discussed just now, which is nothing but fake it till you make it. As Sony says that acting like you are confident, even when you are not, can perform a weird magic trick on your brain, act like you are confident. That I remember this powerful slogan, fake it till you make it. So when you are into the taking picture, someone is taking picture, you smile it, right? Even though you are not feeling smile, you smile automatically. The same way, fake it till you make it is the one outcome by doing these positive assertions you do every day. And the second outcome is you will be engaging in your action or in your task completely focused, fully. And once you start doing this, it will remove your fears, whether you might have stage fears, whether you might have fear of unknowns or fear of criticism, whatever it is, it will remove your fears once you do all these positive assertions before you give presentations on the conferences. The keynotes I have noted down: stop blaming luck. A circumstance reveals the true nature of a man. It does not change it. These are the notes I have taken from this book. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Remember, powerful lesson. If you are willing and if your willingness is great, the challenges will not be great. Stating and facing your unwillingness to change enables you to take a comprehensive assessment of your life. Define your game plan, embrace your challenges, and strive to get a comprehensive understanding of yourself in more meaningful ways. Sticking to your comfort or certainty region differs you from moving forward. So come out of your comfort zone. You need to embrace uncertainty. So how do you do that? You need to come out of the comfort zone. You change your life by doing or acting, not by thinking. Generally, I got conflict here. As Stranger Secrets says that we become what we think about. But here I learned powerful lesson. We become what we do about. Rather than worrying about whether to pull out or keep going, relentlessness has just one direction: forward. Keep moving forward. Fail forward. You need to cut down hidden expectations to make a remarkable change in your success journey. So these are the keynotes I have taken from the book, and I have collected 6 to 7 quotations related to the same concepts of the book. These are the quotations I have collected from different people: Albert Ellis, Niccolo Machiavelli, Marcus Aurelius, Benjamin Disraeli, Theodore Roosevelt, and Napoleon Bonaparte. Let us see each and every quotation. If a human emotions largely result from thinking, then one may appreciably control their feelings by controlling their thoughts, or by changing their internalized sentences, or by changing their self-talk, with which one largely created the feeling in the first place. So your self-talk creates your feelings, and your feelings leads to your emotions, and your emotions results to your actions. Second quotation is, where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great, as I have shared earlier. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, Guard accordingly and take that you entertain no notion unsuitable to your virtue and reasonable nature. This is the one of the powerful quotation. I like it. Action may not bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Write down on the digital notes. Action may not bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Nothing in life is worth having or doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action comes, stop thinking and go in fully. Put yourself 100%. So this is the quotations that I have collected for collection of this book. Let us see the action steps. We have seen lots of theoretical knowledge. Again, we have seen. Let us see few action steps. As Sony is saying that when she was reading, I have collected one powerful quotation. Allow yourself reward for every 90 minutes focused work. So for every 90 minutes focused work in your day, allow yourself a small reward. Either you go for walking, either you go for eating chocolate, or either you go for any relaxation technique. It's up to you. Set yourself a reward for 90 minutes focused work. And second action step is do it now. There is no tomorrow. Do it now. Cut out the self-defeating thoughts. Be in control of your mind. Set a positive assertions before you do the tasks. And finally, have fun. Love the life you live every day. How do you do that? Separate your thoughts from your actions. Drop the worries, drop the excuses, drop the distractions and hidden expectations. I hope so you clear for the action steps. See you in tomorrow's book in another lessons, another powerful action steps. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing. Any questions you can shoot out right away.